Brett sending away his life to Western Jesus. The real Jesus.
It sounds way more dramatic than Jesus is involved. Even if it is a Western version. But I guess with that said, here is the Batman vs. Superman review on the Western Jesus podcast featuring Brett Sherrard, a.k.a. Brett the Shitman Fart. How are you today, sir?
I'm not feeling particularly shitty, as my name suggests.
No, do you enjoy that name or no?
No, it's fun. I'm not going to go introduce myself as that, but if somebody said it, I'll just kind of nod and be like, yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I smacked the mic.
That's all good. All right, good to know.
Yes.
Because I believe in the first episode I refer to you as Brett the Shitman Fart as well. So I also call
that can be that's my radio name now.
Well, yeah, that's what I figure.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it'll change over time, but like as of right now, you are.
The success of this show is gonna have me wearing pink tank tops and Jerry curl with my black sunglasses on.
Damn.
Looking out, but it's all going to be extra shitty looking. People are going to have T-shirts of me.
Yeah.
Brett the Shitman Fart. Kids are going to get kicked out of school for wearing those shirts.
You're absolutely right. And I'm going to be the person to produce them. Along with the Batgal shirt and other.
So they can have us in their hearts and their homes. So, this Batman vs. Superman thing.
Yes.
That's a big thing everyone's happening about.
Yes, we've both seen it. I believe we've both seen it twice.
Yes.
In one form or another.
Yeah, I watched it twice. I watched it in 3D yesterday. Gotta say that extra $3 kind of wasn't worth it.
Really? I imagine it.
It looks exactly the same in 3D and 2D to me.
Really?
Yeah.
It probably wasn't shot in 3D. Only movies that are shot and intended, created to be in 3D, are the only ones that are interesting in 3D.
Yeah.
But yes, the Batman vs. Superman movie.
It was. What was your favorite part?
First off, I guess I should say this is going to have spoilers.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is for people who've watched the fucking movie.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it by now...
Don't watch reviews on shit you haven't fucking watched, asshole.
Yeah, so as of right now, I'm going to let you know that from here on out, there will be spoilers. So... if you don't want it spoiled, don't fucking watch this. And shame on you if you do want it spoiled, because that's bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, dude, last night when I watched it, when Superman died, this dude was in the way back, and he's just like, oh, what the hell? I was dying.
I believe it. I believe it.
We're walking out of the theater, and he's just walking up behind us. He's like, how you going to kill Superman? He's like, how you going to kill Superman? And I'm like, Jesus fuck, dude.
No, I mean, I understand. That's one of the things I kind of had a problem with, is they cram so damn much into 2.5 hours. But I feel like that should have been its own movie, kind of. Like, that should have been Man of Steel 2 or something.
Yeah.
Well, or maybe it's the plot of Justice League or something.
It is. I mean, that's what it is. It's a prequel to Justice League.
Yeah.
Except they're not doing the prequel 12 years after the first movie. They're doing it before the movie.
Yeah. It's weird, but...
it's interesting because at first my brother was talking about he's like, yeah, I like the Crisis on Two Earths, nod. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he started talking about how he thought it was going to lead into a Crisis on Two Earths thing because of the Flash coming back. But then I remembered what Crisis on Two Earth was like, and it has to be Flashpoint Paradox. That's the thing that really makes sense.
That's where I think it's going to, because they set up they got a really good actor to play Thomas Wayne.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is the shit, and he would be a fucking perfect
Thomas
Wayne Batman, dude. He'd be great. And Flashpoint Paradox is probably my favorite animated movie they put out.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome if they did that. But that, to answer your question, is my favorite part, the appearance of Flash through time.
Yeah.
Oh,
hell yeah. Well,
so awesome.
I was there. I liked the Batman and Batman beating the shit out of those dudes in the warehouse. That was just, it reminded me too much of the Arkham games.
No, that was awesome. I loved that part of the movie as well.
Honestly, even the second time, the part where he's like, "Oh, don't let them kill Martha," and that's how they became friends.
Yeah, that
it was less corny the second time because, like, I even thought about it. I was like, well, he has been thinking about his parents a lot, so like. And then in the beginning of the movie, when they show his parents getting killed, his dad's looking over and saying Martha.
Yeah.
And he sounds almost exactly the same.
Yeah. No, they definitely
sounds all desperate and scared.
That's a big reason why I watched the movie again as well. And that's why the movie, watching it the second time, made me like it even more.
It doesn't seem like it takes as long to watch it the second time.
No, I feel that way with like every movie though. Like when I see a movie in theaters, I'm always kind of like.
Yeah, there's parts in the trailer I wanted to see.
Yeah, well, not that. It's more like I'd rather watch it at home because I think most of the time when I see it a second time, it's when I'm watching it at home. And I could smoke, you know what I mean? I could eat something. I could go take a piss if I want to and not miss anything. Like, I don't really like the experience of being in the theater with people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the Justice League now, though. Like, I was up in the air, and then after seeing this movie, I really want to see The Flash. That's going to be awesome. Wonder Woman's going to be cool.
Just seeing the little bit of Flash that they showed you in the movie, even the like surveillance footage and shit like that, those were some of the most exciting parts of the movie for me. Like things I got most psyched about. Seeing Jason Momoa come out as Aquaman and fucking do that pulse through the water and shit, that was awesome. You
know, I just now thought about how people complain about, you know, there's not a lot of story development and character development. Like, you get that in the Avengers movies, dude. There's like 15 characters in there. They don't get to stop to give every character an equal amount of time.
Especially recently, like the argument of them each getting their own standalone movie. Like now they're not even doing that. Like they've stopped doing that. Like they're doing.
Like I said, Captain America, Civil War is Avengers 3.
That's what it is. Yeah, and isn't it a two-parter? Or did they? Are they?
No, the Infinity Wars is two-parter.
Oh, you're right. Yes. I guess maybe we should have a more linear approach to this.
We're bouncing around. All right, let's take it from the very first second.
Well, I know a really good point to start with, and that is we see the origin of Batman again, but we've already discussed how it was necessary for the climax of the fight.
Yeah.
Now,
it was very relevant.
There was a lot of weird dreamy sequences in here. First, in the very first scene, him being lifted through the well up by bats, like being
that was weird.
That was very weird. And watching it, I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, at first I was like, what
until
the fuck?
He woke up.
Yeah,
and then I was like, okay, that's a dream. Okay, that's just something they felt like needed to happen. But whatever.
When the man bat comes out of the grave later, that was a crazy dream too.
I liked seeing that though.
See, I really hope when they do the Batman movies, it's going to be really dark and almost like a horror movie, like that little scene where they introduced him.
That would be cool. Like
you could make a Batman horror movie where it's not even about Batman fucking everybody up. It's just about everybody being scared of the Batman. You can make
a rated R Batman movie very easily, and it'd be
The Dark Knight Returns, man.
Right there. That's a perfect example. But you could make
or Death in the Family.
They need to make that shit. They kind of did it with Dark Knight a little bit, but they changed a lot of shit, and it was very brief. It was like just the last act, really. But that would be cool. I love that they're doing the animated Killing Joke.
Though. Oh, yeah, that's going to be sweet.
That'd be something cool to see on the big screen.
But, back to this Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, we keep getting off subject.
Stop these tangents, man. We have to have a little button to ding it.
Yeah, we should. That's usually Emily should be here to like
get the fuck. Come on.
Yeah. Let us know. But a lot of dream sequences in here that I felt didn't need to happen most of the time. But
I thought about the part where the Flash comes in.
The whole Dark Side Flash thing was definitely necessary for some reason. They didn't tell you why.
The reason it seemed like it was a dream because like when you notice he woke up the second time, the papers were still flying around. So what it was is the time split just caused that little. It was just a bit of a time dilation to where, he woke up and saw that, and then he woke up again, and it just seemed like a dream. But all the papers were still flying because, there's a whole bunch of bedlam going on.
Yeah, I guess I didn't catch on to that. That's because that was very confusing to me. That whole thing. I loved it. Like I said, that's probably my favorite part in the movie is Flash just popping up. Yeah, that whole part, the whole setup for Darkseid, just fucking awesome.
Just I didn't pay attention to when he was just like, oh shit, am I too early?
Yeah. He said
I didn't catch that the first time.
Telling him he's fucking he was right about him all along, which I'm pretty sure he's talking about Darkseid. Most people probably thought he was talking about Superman.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Even at the end when he visits Luthor in the jail cell, he's not talking about Superman, but at first I didn't even think about Darkseid. I was like, maybe, and then the parademons, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, seeing parademons was awesome, too.
I've started thinking about Superman in different ways now, though, too, because before I always kind of made the gripe that, you take away his powers, he's not, anything. But you got to think about the psychological development of someone he looks human. He passes for human very easily.
Yeah.
But, he's not. He knows he's not. He's super alienated in that way. And
yeah, because
he doesn't. Bruce Wayne was right. He doesn't. He's not brave because he's not really a man. He just does that stuff. It's nothing to him.
That's true. It's not something that he can control.
But it made me appreciate his character a little more. Thinking about it in that way.
I've always liked Superman. People hate on him, but I like Superman. Well, I grew up watching the Christopher Reeve. That's probably my first introduction to Superman was Christopher Reeve as fucking...
Yeah, you like how they did the little nod to Christopher Reeve as Superman when he's talking about when Bruce Wayne was just like, yeah, since you guys write a little puff piece about every time that your alien saves a cat out of a tree or something, which was a nod to one of the first movies.
He totally did that in the movie, yeah.
Dude, I think Perry White knows Clark Kent is Superman. As that movie goes along, he knows Clark Kent is Superman. Because he comes out and he's always looking for Clark when it's, there's a bunch of shit going on with Superman. He comes out and he looks for Clark immediately. And then, later on when Superman leaves because everyone hates him, they thought he killed all those people. And he knows about Superman and Lois Lane, and then he's like, so Clark's not back yet or something like that, and
yeah,
he knows.
He's just like, oh, Clark's not back. No, that makes perfect sense.
I think he knows, but he doesn't want to tell anybody because he still likes him.
Well, maybe he's just like, I get it. You know what I mean? He's Superman. He's got to have some sort of life outside of that shit. But.
Yeah, he probably he's probably down under, I actually support Superman and whatever.
Yeah.
Even though he's
Well, I mean, it would just make sense in the long run. It in this more realistic way that they're trying to portray it, how could you not fucking know that he's Superman?
The dude didn't become the editor of that fucking newspaper by not being some type of a decent journalist.
For sure. It's not like
you could tell, you just look at someone and you're like, yeah, that motherfucker is Superman. I don't care if his hair's not slicked back.
That's like me putting on glasses and expecting you not to know it's me. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I was a little confused who you were just because you were wearing the hat earlier.
Oh, okay. Oh,
maybe I'm just a weirdo. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could imagine maybe if I shaved my beard off, be like, oh shit, dude, you shaved your beard. But even you would know it was me.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit. You're just like, holy shit. Everyone was when I shaved mine. But yeah, dude, that motherfucker has to know. And Lois Lane just pissed me off that whole fucking movie. when she sees that dude buffing the floors and she recognizes him, she just goes, "Excuse me, do I know you?" I'm like, "You dumb bitch!"
Like, how could you forget that motherfucker's face in the first? How could you not know who that was?
I mean, especially I don't know why. I think she did know him. She recognized him. I just don't know why she approached him.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me. Like, if I saw that dude who I knew killed a bunch of other people in the desert.
Exactly.
And I was almost killed there. I don't think I'd approach that dude.
She witnessed, like, one of the guys he was with murder her photographer.
Yeah.
Murder him. Who was it was a cover up. He was a CIA agent or whatever. Yeah. Or FBI agent, I can't remember.
CIA.
Yeah. And just fucking murder him. I would not forget any of those motherfuckers' faces. Ever. As soon as I saw that guy, I'm like, that's that motherfucker. And I'd like go get Clark.
Yeah, but like, something's going on here. Why is this dude I just watched kill a bunch of people not too long ago?
Waxing the floors.
Yeah, and he's like standing in one spot. He wasn't even moving around. He's just kind of standing there looking over his shoulder like a creep, just
almost just like, man, how am I going to get Lois?
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to walk right into my hands. Yeah. Awesome.
I think she's just going to walk right up to me when she sees me.
So I should just wax.
Yeah, I'll just stand right here and do this. This is gonna I think he was buffing like beneath the floor. I think he was down into the dirt.
He was
he was buffing the.
He'd been there all day.
Yeah, he was waiting there for like 15 hours. Just that one spot. His manager comes up and he's like, "Hey, dude, you got to get the whole floor." And he's just like, "Okay, man."
Oh shit!
And he's fired and he's still just. She's coming eventually. I didn't need this job. This is a cover-up, man.
Damn, that's pretty in-depth. He's good. I wonder what his name is. Apparently he's not, what do they call him, the white Portuguese or whatever?
Oh, no.
That's not what he was. I think
that dude, I read he was actually...
He was Russian is what he was.
Yeah, he was... That's the KG Beast.
Yes, actually Kevin Smith said something about that. He thinks that might have been the KG Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. You're right. I mean, he might have been, but they didn't.
Yeah, it's one of those things like they just kind of throw away characters like that because the CIA agent at the beginning of the movie, I believe, was supposed to be Jimmy Olsen, Superman's little fuckboy, like how Robin was to Batman. That was Superman's little pansy boy,
For sure.
Kept him around.
His little bitch.
I sound like an asshole right now. I need to stop talking like that.
No.
But, no, like, it was just his little sidekick that he kept around, whoever the fuck he was, for whatever reason. And he followed Clark Kent around a lot.
Yeah, he was a photographer.
Yeah.
Jimmy Olsen was.
Yes, he was. For the Daily Planet. This is where my ignorance of comic books comes
in. I don't know everything, but I know this shit just from, like, documentaries and conversations and shit like that. But back in the day, he was like a redhead and shit, had freckles. He was a real dork and shit. Yeah. Like, he pretty much just idolized Clark and, like, followed him around.
Yeah.
And he eventually got his own comic book.
Oh,
just called Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, it was the Adventures of Jimmy. And he just did, like, normal.
How often did Clark Kent make an appearance?
I don't know. I didn't really read them. Anyway, we continue to just ramble on about everything but Batman vs Superman. So I guess. Oh, what was it?
No, it's. I feel like it's still entertaining.
No, it is. It definitely is.
I didn't know that about Jimmy Olsen having his own comic book. That still fascinates me.
I think we just need to have a different approach. Like, we should say what we... First off, we should state whether or not we liked the movie.
I very much liked the movie.
I liked the movie, too, especially on my second viewing of it. I liked it on my second viewing more than my first viewing.
I agree. I felt more grounded going into it the second time. The hype was down, and I...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got to finish. I got to sit through it and, relax and actually take the movie in.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I had to just, like, try to notice and figure out everything. Yeah, you watched
it the first time and you're just like,
I didn't have to be so critical.
Yeah, what's going to happen this way? And we're like, what am I going to miss if I'm not paying that close of attention?
Like, I got to piss, but I want to wait until this is over.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Dude, like when I was at Star Wars, man, I had to piss the whole time. I was just waiting for it.
Star Wars actually got up and pissed twice.
You bastard.
I couldn't help it. But yes, we enjoyed the movie. We give it a thumbs up now. Now, what did we not like about the movie? Or what did we not so much understand? Like or not understand about the movie?
Honestly, it's just some parts were a little corny. That was it.
A little corny? Like what?
The Martha thing, that was very corny.
Yeah.
Even though it's not that it was random or anything, and it wasn't like, he randomly heard Martha and was like, oh my God, like they build up to it.
Yeah.
But it was still corny. It was like, then again, Batman being the stubborn guy he is, I don't think he would have listened to any other kind of reason. Like, he just hated Superman.
See, I don't think it would have been so corny if it wasn't the reason they stopped fighting.
Yeah.
Like, that's what made it corny to me. In any others, like, less dramatic or, like, angry, violent situation where these guys were just beating the shit out of each other, like, I fucking hate you, you need to die, I fucking hate you. Like, Batman was ready to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, he was. He was about to.
Like, he's about to kill a motherfucker that's supposedly unkillable, and your mom's name is Martha too? Yeah. And now you just cut this motherfucker with it. Like, you cut, and they answered the question of, do you bleed?
Yeah.
When
well,
you did not bleed.
Yeah, I figured that's what that was. Like, in the trailer when he's like, do you bleed? You will.
Yeah.
And I think when he whispered that after Superman took off, I think he knew Superman could probably still hear him.
Yeah. For sure. I think Superman, they showed you in the movie that Superman was hearing, like, everything.
Yeah, because he was hearing Alfred talk to him.
Yeah,
he was walking through the mansion.
Yeah, the Bluetooth or whatever.
I really liked Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
Yeah, me too. He has like real wisdom and
I like how bitter he was. Like Alfred really is about. Every one of them really gets that like bitter old man who wants his houseboy to grow up and be married and have a normal life, but he's stuck with raising a vigilante.
Yeah.
No, it's like when he's just like, yeah, maybe you'll find a nice woman. And he's like, oh yeah, Alfred, in your dreams.
Yeah, I just like the version of Alfred that Jeremy Irons brought to the table. It was more like when your dad's your kind of like sidekick, like your right hand man. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it was.
What do I know about dads being sidekicks? But no, I really like. I hope like Jeremy Irons' Alfred is gonna be like more physical.
Oh, like maybe gets a little involved.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That might be another reason why they got someone more fit and like, wasn't kind of like nothing against Michael Caine. He wasn't a fat old dude or anything, but he was a fat old dude.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be believable. Like he could potentially get into some shit and Batman has to go do some shit. That makes no sense. That was very general what I just said.
Yeah.
But I think you kind of get the picture. Like, there's potential for him to get in the way of things. You know what I mean? Like, he was kind of like always bringing him down. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're getting your ass kicked. This Alfred, Jeremy Irons' Alfred, is just like, let's fucking get him. Kill the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Just kill them. Because he's killing everybody.
Yeah, he's already just as much tired of it as...
Yeah, they have the same mindset. They're both on the same page. That's what I dig about it.
Yeah. Like, they're tired of fucking fighting all these dumbass criminals who just get out of prison and do the same stupid shit.
Yeah.
Even though Batman's just kind of an asshole who's, thinks it's his duty to go around kicking people's asses.
Yeah, killing them. Like, they tried to...
You're selling weed in the park? You son of a bitch!
Well, I mean...
My parents were killed by a guy who wanted their pearls.
You're right, though. He wanted their fucking pearls.
Like, I kind of want to read a story from the citizens' perspective of Gotham, like... What I liked about The Dark Knight Returns was, like, the girl who became the new Robin. Like, her parents were, like, hippies, and they kept, talking about how Batman was a fucking fascist and all this and that, and And I really like that. Like, they show that perspective of some of the society, like
the politics behind it.
Yeah, a lot of people are just fed up with him. Just like he's just an asshole going around like doling out. It's not even justice because he's judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, he's more Punisher like or anything like.
He's the Punisher that doesn't kill. Like even at least Frank Castle admits that what he's doing is shitty.
Yeah, no,
he's just tired of it too. You know.
But yeah, no, he definitely.
Sometimes Batman's just up his own ass, and he's like. I just don't want to kill, you know, because I'm just like them. It's like, you're still just like them. Yeah. You're a criminal, too.
They even stated in Batman vs. Superman, where he's like, we're criminals, too, Alfred. Like, basically, that's what he said. He's like, dude, we're doing the same shit they are. We're just doing it in a different way, kind of.
He feels like he's helping more. And he kind of is. Like, it's not like he's...
He's like the Boondock Saints version of Batman.
Yeah.
Just kill those motherfuckers. Like, just get rid of them. The less they are. Fear me, motherfucker.
I mean, that's how he was in The Dark Knight Returns, though. You know, which was a huge influence for that Batman.
Oh, definitely. Down to the suit.
That's my favorite Bat suit so far.
Oh, no doubt.
But,
things we didn't like about the movie.
What do you like about Wonder Woman? Do you like Wonder Woman?
I liked Wonder Woman. I think she did a good job. They never actually called her Wonder Woman in the movie, though. They did show her symbol.
Yeah,
but
I really hope
they call. I don't even think they called her Diana at all.
They when she's leaving the plane, the one woman is like Miss Prince.
Yeah.
Like that's really the only allusion to her name you get. But I really hope they go with a storyline where when Wonder Woman joins the Justice League, she joins as their secretary.
Really?
Yeah,
I doubt that they'll do that.
No, I hope they do. Come on, Zack Snyder, piss everybody off.
He might, or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. What do I know? Lex Luthor. How'd you feel about Lex Luthor?
Still sticking to my opinion. He was a little more on the Joker side.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be a little more grounded in the next one. Like, he realizes, I think he's come to terms with the fact that he was too arrogant. Like, he thought he had everything figured out, and then shit didn't go his way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he kind of jumped into things a little too much. Like,
because, yeah, like, I mean, if the Joker just does it because he knows nothing ever goes right.
Well, the problem, because I still kind of do. I have a problem with the Lex Luthor in this movie. This is one of the things I don't like about the movie. And I still kind of don't.
Yeah.
One of the few things I dislike about this movie is the portrayal of Lex Luthor in the movie. And what I don't understand is they didn't actually state it, but they imply it when he talks about his father in the movie. He describes
being the Lex behind the corp.
Yes, he was the Lex behind the corp. Which, if you know, I believe his father's name was, what was his fucking name? I can't remember. It wasn't Lex.
Yeah,
I know that. And Lionel Luthor.
Yeah,
was his father's name, and he said he was the Lex behind the corp. There's no Lex in Lionel, and the way he described his father sounded nothing like Lex Luthor. So obviously this Lex Luthor is the Lex Luthor that he's supposed to be. The guy, like his father wasn't trying to fucking get Superman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His father wasn't Lex Luthor. This is the
Lex Luthor
he's
Jr.,
meant.
but it's the Lex Luthor that's meant for Superman.
Yeah, like it's the same Lex Luthor. He's just
different story. Like
it's weird. It's hard to explain. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he is a lot younger.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's probably mid-20s or something like that.
Maybe they're just changing his origin a little bit.
Batman's what, like 50?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The storylines are all really weird, like with what they're trying to do, but.
Because I think Superman's even like
paradox,
30 something.
They try to make sense of it all. But I'm just really curious, like, Because he's not just going to use Flashpoint Paradox to tell that story.
Oh no, he's not even going to do Flashpoint Paradox. He's just going to
take
be
as much as
he wants from it.
Flashpoint Paradox. Yeah. Like there might be. I mean, I heard people talking about. I saw shit about people talking about an Injustice, storyline. Because you remember,
I've heard
you remember when Superman catches Batman and rips the mask off, and he's like, pissed because Lois is dead. And now he's like ruler of the world.
Yes, that's why he's all. Yeah,
I mean, in Injustice, he's pissed about that. Like the Joker killed Lois, and he blamed Batman, so he became supreme ruler of the world.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm pretty sure there's like divided timelines in that one too. I believe. Like
that
parallel universe
in Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like they go to a parallel timeline in which
where Lois didn't die.
Yeah, like even good guys are like bad.
Yeah.
And you're fighting like the good guy version of a character is fighting the bad guy version of a character and shit. Like.
Yeah, that one's almost like Crisis on Two Earths and Flashpoint Paradox.
So yeah, I guess I didn't think of it like that. Maybe this is just a different universe. And I don't know why I wouldn't think of it like that, considering the multiverse is hugely popular in DC.
Yeah.
But, okay, that would explain the Lex thing, because I had a big problem with them. But maybe, like I said, they're just changing Lex's origin a little bit. And now, because at the end of the movie, like we saw, he shaves his head and everything. Like, I even read or watched one review where they talked about maybe Lex is like a disciple of Darkseid. Maybe he's like being controlled, like, because that would just explain, because they never really, like, why is Lex doing anything he's doing in the movie?
Yeah.
What does he have against Superman, really? Other than, really, they don't tell you anything. I can't tell you why Lex is doing any of the shit he's doing.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Well, I mean, he's a super smart dude, first and foremost. Like, I mean, he's like one of the most intelligent people on the earth in this storyline, and he knows about the metahumans because he's got files on Wonder Woman, Flash, and Cyborg.
No.
And Aquaman. And he probably has more files that he has hidden somewhere where he knows about Darkseid, because he kept talking about the demons coming from the skies above.
No, that's why I feel like he's probably he's motivated by Darkseid.
Like, he knows Darkseid exists. And I don't know, maybe he thinks if he could try to kill Superman, he could try to stop Darkseid from coming.
No, I honestly, I've thought these things already.
Yeah.
But they anybody who doesn't know anything, this is why it's getting such bad reviews. Anybody who doesn't know anything about any of this stuff has no fucking idea what's going on in this movie. This movie is a comic book.
You have to have some knowledge
screen
prior to watching. Actually, really I was watching Flashpoint Paradox earlier, and I really liked how Barack Obama was in the movie. Like, I don't think he played himself, but Cyborg was talking to the president, and it was Barack Obama.
It was actually his voice and shit?
It wasn't his voice. It was somebody trying to sound like him.
But it was definitely Barack Obama.
They just kept saying Mr. President, but
Barack Obama's actually been in a comic book, a Marvel one. He was in Spider-Man.
Let's talk about Cyborg. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, what'd you think?
That was the block thing. I think that was another nod to Darkseid being in the Justice League movie, I believe. No, I can't remember what it's called.
Me neither. But
sure it's the reason why Cyborg is who he is.
That movie was fucking full of Easter eggs or setups.
That's all it was.
That's pretty much what this movie was.
It's priming you for Justice League.
Yeah.
I actually really like that when Lex Luthor was like on stage, and he's just like, because that's just paradoxical. I actually laughed both times when I saw that.
I get to stay on that. I feel like his character's gonna have a huge shift from here on out. Like, he's not gonna be like he was in this movie.
Oh, hell no.
I feel like maybe this one, like, because there was always like a depiction of Lex before he lost his hair and shit before, and he was a very different person, kind of. So I think maybe we'll see him more like Lex in the coming films. You know what I mean?
Well, I think with him being like, because he didn't really lose his hair, they just shaved his head.
Yeah.
And I think being the person he is, he's gonna look at it as being born as a new person, almost. Mm-hmm. So, and like he's just gonna keep that as a reminder of who to keep being. Like, this is who you need to be. This is what you need to do. Like you made so many mistakes in the past.
A baptism of sorts.
Yeah.
I bet you $5 he even refers to it as a baptism in the movie. In one of the movies when he talks about it. Yeah, probably. But
I get 12 thumbs up for Batman vs Superman.
12 thumbs up from Brett, the shitman fart over here,
and 4 thumbs down for the parts I didn't like.
There you go.
So that's a total of 16 thumbs, 12 up, 4 down. That's what's the ratio? What is that? A quarter? 25% of bad review.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah. So it's 75% in my eyes.
So no one really knows.
I put that in a very awkward sentence structure.
How about, okay, how many stars do you give it out of 5? Just so people couldn't quite understand that. Can have an idea of how what that
I give it 3.7 stars.
3.7 stars out of 5 from Brett the Shitman Fart over here for Batman v Superman.
Exactly. Yes.
I'll go ahead and give it. I'll go ahead and give it a solid 4.
4.
Because after my second viewing, my first viewing, I probably would have given it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Solid 3.5.
I think that's what I gave it my first viewing.
Just because I was like, a lot of this was cool on my first viewing. This is what I thought. A lot of this was cool. I liked a lot of it, but there was just as much I didn't. That if I didn't like it, I at least didn't know how I felt about it. People were asking me the next day at work, like, well, what'd you think? I was like, I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. I went home that night and watched it again. Downloaded an HD cam version of it, and illegally, of course. But
oh my God, I'm making a citizen's arrest right now.
Oh, I'm cutting this out. God damn it. And watched it again, and that after that viewing, I give it a solid 4 because I get it a little more. I see it for what it is, and I see what they were trying to do with it. And I dig it. I just don't think they quite pulled it off. And I don't know why they did certain things the way they did, but solid 4 just because I enjoyed a lot of it. It showed me a lot of things I really wanted to see for a long time. And really, I feel like they could have gave us a little more story.
A little more story. You hear that, Zack Snyder? More story in the next Justice League.
Not really story, just explain what you're doing. Like, make it I don't know.
Put subtitles on the screen.
No, I don't know. Just
this is where Batman has a great revelation. That's what you should write on the screen.
All right, I'm not asking him to spell the shit out for me. All I'm saying is,
no, I get you. Like,
they need to develop characters a little more, like,
and they need to at least tell you why things are happening in the next ones.
No,
Superman never develops much more character beyond I'm a human. I'm not human, but I look human.
Yeah,
and I can't handle that because I'm not human. I'm such an alien.
I understand that. But
what a fucking asshole. Come to this planet, take our jobs, put our heroes out of business. Firemen can do what you do, Superman.
Yeah, but they take a lot of the work off. You know what I mean? Like Superman takes care of the big shit.
I've I'm playing devil's advocate here, man.
All right.
I don't really feel that way about Superman. I tried to oil his muscles once, and he baked my skull for a little bit.
Ouch.
It was uncomfortable.
I wasn't sure at first if that was a bad thing or maybe a sex thing. But
all right, well, yeah, that's our final reviewing of Batman vs Superman, and Mark will cut most of that out.
Yes, and I guess with that said,
I want you to keep the thumbs up and thumbs down thing in there, though.
Oh, I will.
All right, somebody might get that.
I will.
Yeah. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
of Matt Archer Media. Until next time.
Yes, this has been Brett the Shitman Fart, and I guess the Western Jesus himself here on Western.
Yes, Western Jesus.
I guess.
Ramble. Hallelujah.
Amen, sister.